Hi Pam. Sorry, I thought it'd be easier to record a video, and I'm not going to be on the video because I look seriously rough and quite scary right now. So I thought I'd just record it, and then you can see all of the tarot cards. So overall, here we go. Here's your three cards. You've got this is your past card. This is your present card. This is your future card. And this is like the bonus card that was pulled for you. So what happens is when I'm shuffling the cards, when I'm doing it for somebody who's not, I've never done it for someone who's not present before, but I've seen it be done. And I think the way that I think is a good way of doing it is I just let whatever card fall out of the deck, because you're obviously not here to choose a card. So I ask Spirit to just choose the ones it wants you to know about. And these are the three. And when I pulled out this card, I didn't realise until I opened my eyes that there was actually another card there. And I just got this overwhelming feeling to read that card last because it will make more sense. Okay, so I'll just jump straight in. Right, so the Three of Vessels. So my cards are slightly different with it being Wildwood. So Vessels is like cups. So anything with water or cups is an emotion card. And this is where you were, and perhaps where you still are, which is joy. And it's three storks around three different cups. So stork is a symbol of obviously fertility and abundance. And this card really represents that you have come to some kind of like gathering or end of a cycle. So usually when there's a challenge or when there's a long distance, like usually when people travel, that they've come together, almost like these three storks have people who are close to kind of come together and basically just be happy in each other's company. And the three cups here represent that there are different aspects of the personality that are in union. So this is like Spirit recognizing in you that you have done a lot of groundwork in yourself, that you have become happy and stable in who you are. And that has been a cause for like peace and joy. However, if you notice, the stork's beaks are kind of in a bit of a threatening pose. So while you're happy and stable as you are as an individual, so that's just removing anything to do with others in relationships, there's a fear there. There's a fear of maybe losing oneself or losing the progress that you've made. It's like this head stork is pretty happy, but these 200 storks underneath are like, yeah, do you know what? Be happy, but be vigilant. So while it is still a happy time, a peaceful time, this kind of an underlying, unease. And it will make sense in a minute. It made sense as I was going along. Right, so that's your past. So Spirit's pretty much happy with you and how you've been doing internally in yourself, which is really great for relationship building. You're basically somewhat ready. However, we move over to celebration. So this is like where you are now. So this is really a continuum between the two. So here you've got people kind of gathering together. You've got a lot of good people around you. You've got a good routine around you. You've got a good job. Like things are just kind of chugging along okay. And that is really resulting in a celebration because of all the stuff that you have overcome. And as you can see, there's like this wildfire going on in the background. It's all also just women celebrating. So it's a very feminine card, that you're in your female energies, that you are at the peak of this femininity. And look at all this gold and like food around. Like it's like a great time at the moment to be you, which is fantastic. And basically it's the way of the universe saying it's not going to throw any obstacles at you right now. And I was reading this and I was like, well, it's got to answer some question about whether there's someone coming in this life. And it threw it out in future card. Right, so this is where things might get a little bit rocky. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It means, yes, there is somebody coming towards you. I don't think it's someone you currently know. Or if it is, it's someone that you have met newly. Or someone you don't suspect. I don't know, it was hazy on, it wasn't too obvious, like here, there's a man right in front of you. But there's definitely one coming. And why do I know that? Because this is like an arrows card. So arrows cards are very much, they're action cards. And this is a transition card. So, you know, over here, you know, you're quite comfortable where you are. But there is going to be some upheaval either tied to this person or you are going to have to change or do something for this person to arrive, or this person will arrive and change things to you. I'm not quite sure which way around it is. And like, this is a very feminine card because it's set at night. So nighttime is the sacred feminine time. There is a full moon. So that is a woman in her full fruitfulness, which again is reflected in these two cards over here. And the swan, which is probably one of the most feminine birds. And you see this design is almost like a compass. So it's, and the waters are quite calm. So you've got the boat. So really, you are the boat. You are the moon, sorry. But then here's this man. It's being steered by some dude in a cloak. We can't see his face. We don't know who he is, but he's steering it, as you can see. So I think, and this is the feeling I get, tying these three things together, is that the man for you is out there, but he's going to be different from what you're used to. And he's going to be probably more commanding, probably more take the lead on things, which is probably not comfortable for you. If you go back to the joy cards, this threat here, like there's an ease of change. Like, Joe, I'm a badass, you know, badass bitch boss. I've got this. I'm cool. I'm sound here. It's being open to being vulnerable to someone else taking the lead. And this man that you either have met or will meet is going to want to take the lead, or at least that's going to be the energy he brings into your life. And this is not going to sit easy with you at first. It's going to be very difficult for you because you're used to this, used to good times, you know, having control, knowing what's coming over the hill. This is going to be kind of scary. But however, this is where we got the stoat. Now it makes sense, right? So the stoat, so Bow's cards are associated with like stone. So like grounding. So although this person is going to feel like they're just coming into your life and steering your boat, and you're going to be like, where the hell are we going? Are we going off a cliff? No, you're not, because you've got the page. So the page cards are very much, it's about early stages. It's also about playfulness. So I don't think this person's going to come in and be an arsehole. It's very much like this person's going to be quite playful, going to be quite gentle, but you're going to find that you're going to take a bit of a back seat and let them kind of take over a little bit. And it's going to instigate a great change. So that's what the stoat's about. So the stoats are like a very mystical creature. They are a symbol of change because their tail, you see, it goes from like a ginger down to black, slowly changes. And this also changes with their age. So almost this person that comes in, it's actually going to be very complimentary to you because you're also transitioning into a new life stage. You know, you have this life stages of maiden, mother, crone. So that's like young girl, you know, off with the flowers, to mother. Not necessarily has to be someone who has children, but it's strongly correlated with like your 30s, your 40s, when you are basically at the peak of your womanhood. And then, of course, you've got the crone at the end, which is like when you go and retire and when you grow grey. This person's going to very much complement the sort of peak womanhood stage of your life. So although this is great, this is all very much associated with your maidenhood. And this person here, again, it's going to come from you, of course, but they're just basically going to be standing with you. They're going to hold your hand, and it's probably an older man, actually. I mean, I don't mean ancient, but he's likely older than you. And this will just make the next phase of your life easier and more fulfilled. I mean, look at that gorgeous waterfall. Look, there's flowers. This stone is pretty calm, but as you can see, it's got one paw up, it's on the move. That means that it's someone of ambition, someone of change, someone who's dynamic, somebody who wants adventures. And look at that massive tree. Look at that. Either way, I mean, you're in for good times. I don't see anything negative in this card. And you can see it spans off into the distance. We can see the distance there. So it means that this, whatever relationship this is, it's going to go a long way. And it's going to be very significant. But yeah, I can't give you a time scale as when. Could be tomorrow. Could be 6 months. Could be in a year. Usually I wouldn't. You know, it's hard to put time frames on these things. But this is definitely aligning to you, going into a new phase of yourself. So yeah, you've had great times. Spirit's very, very, very happy with where you are at the moment in your self-development. They think you're absolutely smashing it. But this person is going to come in like a bolt out of the sky, if they haven't already, and feel like they've just taken over captaining your ship. And you're going to think, what the hell? And you're not going to trust it. And it's going to be very uneasy for you, very difficult. You're going to feel a little bit threatened. But overall, if you go with your gut, Spirit's not going to steer you wrong here. If you go with your gut, it's actually this person is going to help you cross a great bridge. It's going to be fine. You're going to absolutely love it. You're going to have a great time. Well, anyway, I hope that helps. We can do a bigger one if that was helpful. Again, I've never done this virtually, so yeah, let me know if this makes any sense at all. Because I'm like flying blind.